Stop. Do not scroll past this moment. Look at me right now. You did not arrive here by accident. My child, listen to my voice. Give me just 1 minute of your absolute attention. Heaven aligned time itself to bring your spirit to this exact intersection, and you did not stumble across this video in a sea of endless noise. I guided your hand to this message. Listen to me in the deepest place of your heart. By the end of this month, something you never expected will happen. It is finally happening. The waiting season that has exhausted your soul is closing. Doors that were locked tightly are trembling right now at my command. Do not let doubt convince you to look away. Something just shifted in the unseen realm. I am stepping into your day because your heart desperately needs to hear this. If you rush past this moment, you will miss the breakthrough I have placed in your path. The enemy wants you to look away from my face because he wants to drown out my voice with the loud noise of your current problems. But I am commanding the storm in your mind to be still right now. My beloved child, I know how tired you are. I see the weight you carry when no one else is looking. You have been fighting battles in silence for so long. You smile for others while quietly breaking inside, and you convince yourself that you have to hold everything together alone. But hear me clearly. You do not have to fight by your own strength anymore. I know your heart is weary from unanswered prayers. You have watched others receive their blessings while you sat in the dark. You wondered if I forgot your name. You asked if your faithfulness mattered to me. I tell you today that every single tear you dropped was recorded in my house, and not a single breath of your sorrow was wasted. But right now, a major shift is approaching your life. Before this month finishes, a sudden alignment will take place. Something completely unexpected will break through your reality. It is a provision I have prepared for you since the beginning, but you must wake up from the fog of your anxiety. You must listen to what I am releasing today. The enemy is terrified of this specific message. He knows that if you stay here, his hold on your thoughts will crumble. He has tried to send 3 different distractions to pull you away from this video because he wants you to keep searching for answers in worldly places. But your answer is not found in the noise of the world. Your answer is here. Can you give me a few minutes of your time? Just a little time, and I promise you will not regret staying. Look at the timeline of your life. You have been carrying a quiet restlessness in your chest for weeks. You could not name it. You thought it was just stress, but it was your spirit sensing what is coming. Your spirit already knows that the old season is dead. That restlessness is a holy signal from the unseen realm. It means you are standing at the very edge of your destiny. The walls that blocked you are about to fall down, but you must remain anchored in my presence. Do not let the rushing world steal this peace from you. I am about to reveal the exact reason behind your long delay. I am going to show you why the doors you loved had to close, because there is a holy design behind the silence you experienced. You thought I was absent when I was actually shielding your soul. Stay with me until the end of this message. The truth will set you free. Comment Amen if you feel my voice piercing through your day right now. This is your first step of agreement with my promise. Do not let fear whisper that you are not worthy of this blessing. I do not pour my grace on the perfect. I pour it on the willing, and your willingness to stay is all I require. Let us clear the atmosphere around you. Take a deep breath. Let your shoulders relax right now. Release the heavy bags of worry you brought into this moment. The future is not your burden to carry all at once. I am already working ahead of your steps. I am arranging the breakthrough that will shock your enemies. By the end of this month, you will see the evidence of my work. The financial lack that made you feel small will begin to break, and the broken relationships that tore your heart will face my divine order. The confusion that clouded your decisions will vanish into thin air. I am doing something entirely new in your story, but you must understand the rules of this transition. You cannot enter a new season with an old mindset of fear. You cannot walk into my abundance while clinging to the lies of the enemy. That is why I stopped you today. I need to dismantle the walls of doubt in your mind before the blessing arrives. Listen closely to the rhythm of my words. I am your safe refuge. I am the one who formed your heart in the secret place. I know every secret battle you fought in the middle of the night. I saw you when you cried softly into your pillow. I saw you when you wanted to give up entirely. I was there. The world told you that you were falling behind. Your own thoughts told you that it was too late for a miracle. But my timing is never late because my timing is perfectly precise. What you called a painful delay was actually my holy protection. I was keeping you away from rooms that would destroy your character. And now, the preparation is complete. The stage is set for the unexpected thing to manifest. This video did not find you by chance. It was a divine appointment scheduled before you were even born. You are extremely lucky to see this, but luck has nothing to do with it. This is my sovereign choice for you. I need your absolute focus for the next part of this journey. The enemy will try to bring a thought of doubt into your mind. He will tell you that this message is for someone else. He will whisper that your mistakes have disqualified you from my favor. But I am silencing the accuser right now. You are my chosen child. You are the one I picked to break the patterns of limitation in your family. The chains that bound those who came before you are breaking with you, but you must stay awake to receive this authority. You must not let the sleep of distraction close your eyes again. Breathe deeply, my child. Let my peace settle into your spirit. We are about to go deeper into the truth of your life. I am going to uncover the hidden mechanism of your destiny. I will show you why you had to walk through the wilderness alone. Do not look away. Listen to what follows. Look at the mountains you have been climbing alone. Look at the paths that led you to dead ends. You believed that you were forgotten because the answers did not come when you demanded them. But I am a father who sees the end from the beginning. I know the exact moment when your victory will have the greatest impact. This month is the intersection of your waiting and my power. Something unexpected is moving behind the closed doors right now. The enemy is trying to make you look at your current lack so you will miss the shifting of the winds. Do not fall into his trap of complaining. Stand firm in your faith today. I am breaking the static that has clouded your ears. You will hear my voice clearly in the coming days. You will receive sudden ideas that will open new streams of provision. The people who look down on you will watch in wonder as I lift you up. This is my promise to you, my beloved child. Do you realize how much love I have for your soul? I did not bring you through the fire to let you burn. I brought you through the fire to purify your gold. The pain you felt was not a punishment from my hand. It was the intense forging of a mighty warrior. You are stronger than you know. Let the noise of the world fade away into nothingness. Keep your eyes on my countenance. I am breathing fresh life into your exhausted body. I am restoring the energy that the toxic battles stole from you. You will walk into the end of this month with a light heart and an unshakable spirit. The waiting season has served its divine purpose. It broke your reliance on human validation and forced you to find your strength in me. Now you are ready to hold the blessing without letting it destroy you. You are ready to be the leader I designed you to be. The transition is happening now. Listen to the silence that follows the storm. In that quietness, my power is moving. I am arranging the finances you need for your next step. I am opening the doors of favor that no man can shut. I am placing the right people on your path to help you fulfill your calling. Trust my arrangement. My beloved child, come closer to my heart. Let me whisper peace over the parts of you that are most broken. The urgency of stopping you at the beginning was necessary because you were rushing toward a breakdown. I needed to rescue you from your own endless striving. Now you are safe with me. Breathe. The heavy lifting is over. Let my grace cover the areas where you feel inadequate. You do not have to prove anything to anyone anymore. You are already chosen, already loved, and already victorious in my sight. Rest your mind and let my words become your anchor today. We are moving into the next section of our journey together. I am about to speak directly to the wounds you have been hiding from the world. Do not walk away from this sanctuary. Stay here, keep listening, and watch how I rewrite the story of your pain. The breakthrough is closer than your next breath. Come closer to me. Let me speak softly to the part of your soul that is most tired. I know the exact depth of the exhaustion you carry inside your body today. You have been the strong one for everyone else around you. You carry the heavy burdens of your family and friends, while quietly hiding your own broken pieces in the deepest corners of the dark. But I see the truth behind your brave smile. I watched you walk through the silent rooms of your house when the world was asleep. I saw you sit on the edge of your bed with your head in your hands. You were trying to fix everything on your own. Your thoughts were running in endless circles during those midnight hours because you felt completely trapped by the heavy circumstances of your current life. You felt so deeply alone in that quiet room. You have poured out your pure love into cold hands that did not even know how to hold your precious heart safely. You gave your energy to people who only looked at what they could take from you. Now you feel empty. Your vessel is running on nothing but pure discipline and memory. You are dry because you have been watering gardens that were never meant for you. I am here to stop that cycle right now. Let us pause here for a brief moment. Like this video right now as a sincere act of agreement that you are no longer fighting this battle by yourself. Type the words, "I am not alone," in the comments below to anchor this truth into your spirit. Let the enemy know that his weapon of isolation has lost its power over your life today. Your shoulders have been tight for months under the pressure of survival. The muscles in your chest feel constricted because you are constantly waiting for the next bad news to arrive. This is not just a mental stress. Your physical body is storing the silent trauma of every closed door you face this year. You have been operating in constant warfare while trying to maintain a normal life. I saw you in the bathroom when you turned on the water to hide your tears from everyone. You pressed your face into a towel because you wanted to hide your vulnerability from the people who depend on your strength. You feel as though you are standing completely still in a thick fog of total uncertainty. You look at your life, and you wonder if you arrived too late to your own destiny. Your friends think you are successful and put together because you never complain out loud. They do not know anything about the quiet panic that grips your fragile heart every single time you begin to think about your future finances. They do not see the invisible tears you cry over your bank account. But I watch every single detail of your secret struggle. I record every moment of your hidden faithfulness. You have been fighting a generational pattern of lack and disappointment. Every time you take 2 steps forward, it feels like something pulls you 3 steps back into the dark. You are tired of trying so hard. You are tired of positive thinking and empty affirmations that never bring a real change to your reality. Your soul is screaming for a genuine breakthrough. I know how purely you love the people around you. I know how often you have sacrificed your own peace to keep their world from collapsing. But you cannot give from an empty well. I did not design your spirit to carry the weight of the universe on your back. You were built to be a child, not a slave to survival. Let me carry the heavy bags you have been dragging behind you. You have looked at the people who do not care about righteousness and you saw them succeed easily. You asked me why your path had to be so steep and narrow while theirs was wide and smooth. You wondered if your obedience was a waste of time. My child, do not envy their temporary comfort because their foundation is made of sand. Your foundation is being built on solid rock. You have spent many seasons wondering if you were being punished for your past mistakes. The enemy loves to bring up your old failures when you are at your lowest point. He whispers that you are not holy enough to receive my blessings. But I tell you that my grace has already washed away your yesterday. You are clean in my sight. I saw you when you stood in front of the mirror and tried to blink away the tears of frustration. You looked at the lines of fatigue on your face and wondered where your joy went. You remember a time when your faith was vibrant and loud, but now it feels like a quiet whisper in a dark room. I have not forgotten that vibrant version of you. You are a carefully formed masterpiece. Every trial you have endured was allowed by my hand to shape your character for a greater destiny. A jewel that is covered in dust does not lose its value. I am brushing away the dust of this heavy season right now so that your light can shine brightly before the world. You have felt a deep isolation even when you were surrounded by a crowd of smiling people. They look at your external strength, but they do not know the pure loneliness of your spirit. You feel like no one truly understands the depth of your assignment. But I understand you, because I am the one who chose you for this path. The toxic interactions you experienced recently have drained your vital energy. You felt a strange sickness in your body after trying to fix situations that were never yours to fix. You must protect the sacred garden I placed inside your heart. Stop giving your holy pearls to people who only trample them under their feet. You have been carrying a heavy weight of financial responsibility for your family. You feel like if you slip for one moment, everything will fall apart completely. This constant pressure has made your mind race, even during your hours of rest. You wake up feeling just as tired as when you closed your eyes the night before. I am stepping into your atmosphere today to give you a divine rest. You do not have to perform for my love. You do not have to earn my favor through endless striving and sleepless nights. I love you simply because you are my child. Let that truth sink deep into the broken places of your wounded heart right now. Let us clear the atmosphere of your mind before we move forward. Comment the words "I feel you" here in the comments below if your soul is ready to be cleared of the static. This is your second act of obedience in this sanctuary. Let your heart register my presence, because I am standing closer than your next breath. Now listen closely to the truth about your long waiting season. The silence you experienced was never my absence. The enemy has been filling the space between us with an intense static so constant that my voice has been invisible to your heavy mind. I have not abandoned you at all during this painful delay. I have been working quietly behind the scenes to prepare your deliverance. Because I see your deep weariness, I have already aligned a specific provision on your path to help you receive what I have prepared. I have quietly guided wise minds to create an instrument of restoration that clears the constant static of the adversary from your heavy thoughts. This unique tool was designed for your exact condition. I will show you exactly where to find this provision before this message ends. But first, you need to understand what was done to block your spiritual signal and why it can be completely undone today. Let me peel back the heavy layers of your past so you can see the true strategy of my holy protection over your destiny. Before I show you what comes next in your story, I need to speak directly to the doubt sitting quietly in the back of your mind. I know what you are thinking right now. You are thinking that you have heard words like these before in your life. You have prayed and you have believed with all your might. Yet the answer did not arrive. You wonder why this month would be any different from the empty months that came before it. My beloved child, that question does not anger my heart. It tells me how long you have been faithful in the dark. It shows me that you are still holding on to a tiny spark of hope despite all your painful disappointments. Let me answer your secret question plainly today. My silence in those years was never my absence from your life. Every single prayer you thought went completely unanswered was actually being answered in a deep language of timing that your eyes could not yet read. I was never ignoring your cries. I was being careful with a life I love. Do not let the heavy memory of the long waiting season close your heart to what I am about to do. The waiting was the necessary preparation for the miracle, and the preparation is finished. Look back at the history of those I have chosen before you. Think of the ancient promises that took decades to manifest in the physical world. I made a solemn promise to a man named Abraham who could not see how it was possible. His body was very tired from years of traveling through the wilderness. His wife had given up all her hope a long time ago. They had done everything they could. They had waited, and they had prayed under the silent stars. They even tried to help me in their own human way because the delay felt too heavy to bear. But the promise was mine to fulfill, not theirs to engineer. My child, the season you have stopped believing in has not expired. The dream that feels entirely impossible today is the very dream I chose for your life. I chose it because only my hand can bring it to pass. You cannot rush my timing with your anxiety, but you can trust my heart in the midst of the silence. Abraham waited until his own strength was completely gone. Then I stepped into his room and did what only a sovereign God can do. Your story follows the same pattern. Let us look deeper into the mechanism of your current stagnation. I have heard the specific prayer you stopped praying out loud because your tongue grew tired of the repetition. I have seen you watch other people receive the exact blessings you begged me to send into your home, and you quietly wondered if I forgot your name. You sat in the quiet dark of your living room and you asked why your road was so heavy while their road was so easy. You felt an ugly sting of comparison in your chest. You tried to fight it because you wanted to be happy for them, but the pain of your own lack was just too loud to ignore. I saw that quiet battle in your soul. You started to believe that the silence meant total rejection from my throne. You told yourself that you were not faithful enough, or that your hidden mistakes had blocked my favor. My beloved child, that belief is a thief. It wants to steal your peace. I am exposing that giant lie right now before your eyes. Your delay is not a sign of my anger or your failure. There is a profound difference between a delay that comes from me and a delay that comes from the enemy. His delay feels like heavy confusion and burning shame. Mine feels like a quiet protection even when the waiting grows long. Your soul is sensing my protective hand. Here is what is truly happening in the unseen realm right now. What you have been walking through has a holy name in my house. I call this season the protective delay. It is a divine structure I built around your life to keep you safe from traps you could not see with your human eyes. It was never a denial of your inheritance. The enemy wanted to push you into rooms before you were ready to carry the weight of the assignment. He wanted you to receive a blessing while your character was still being formed. He knew that an early promotion would destroy your spirit, but I stood as a wall of fire to keep you back from those premature open doors. So those years you called entirely wasted were not wasted at all. Those nights you could not sleep were not a punishment for your past sins. They were your spirit refusing to let you settle for a life smaller than the magnificent plan I drew for you. You were never falling behind the others. You were being made ready for a global impact. Every closed door you wept over was my hand blocking a hidden calamity that your eyes could not perceive. I broke your connection with certain toxic people because their hands were not equipped to carry your holy heart into the next dimension of your calling. It was not a loss. It was my absolute protection over your destiny. So, when the waiting feels completely unbearable during the coming days, I need you to change your perspective. Stop asking why I am silent in this season. Start asking what I am protecting you from right now. Place your hand over your aching chest and remember what I named this season. It is your protective delay. A no or a not yet from my mouth is still an act of pure love. Trust the divine timing of the one who sees the whole map of your existence. Pause right here in this sanctuary. Comment the words "I trust your timing" in the comments section below to seal this profound revelation into your spirit. Let your soul rest in this truth. When you declare those words, you are stripping the enemy of his power to confuse your mind. You are shifting from the role of a helpless victim into the place of holy stewardship. The heavy static of comparison will begin to fade away from your ears because you now understand the precision of my timeline. You are right where you belong. Look at the stars in the night sky. I count every single one of them, and I call them all by their names. Do you truly believe that I could manage the entire universe and somehow forget the child I died to save? You are far more precious to me than the stars or the oceans. Your name is carved into the very palms of my hands. The waiting season has not been a period of empty stagnation. It has been the silent forging of a great warrior who will not break under the blessing. I am expanding the capacity of your soul to hold the massive provision that is coming by the end of this month. If I gave it to you earlier, the weight would have crushed your spirit. Think of a seed that is buried deep beneath the cold earth. It sits in the dark and it experiences a long period of total silence. It looks like nothing is happening to the casual observer. It looks like death. But underneath the surface, the roots are growing deep and strong to prepare for the sudden breakthrough above the ground. Your life is currently in that hidden stage of deep rooting. You have been growing downward into my love, so that when the sudden wind of prosperity blows, you will stand completely unshakable. The storm will not topple you because your foundation is anchored in my eternal character. The dark room was your protection, not your grave. I am clearing the heavy fog from your thoughts right now. I use this word because it represents the thick confusion the enemy placed over your spiritual eyes. You will begin to see the beauty of the delay. You will thank me for the closed doors that broke your heart, because you will see what was waiting on the other side. The preparation of your vessel is officially complete. You have passed the test of the silent wilderness with tears in your eyes but faith in your heart. You did not walk away when the road grew narrow and steep. You stayed in my presence, even when you could not hear my footsteps beside you. I am deeply honored by your trust. Now the atmosphere is completely clear for the next dimension of your transformation. The resistance in your spirit has been dissolved by the power of my truth. The lies of the accuser have been exposed as empty smoke. Your heart is finally ready to perceive the magnificent reality that I am bringing into your physical world. Now that you recognize the lie that bound your soul, listen closely to my voice. I am doing a completely new thing in your life today. The heavy ground under your feet is shifting right now because my power is entering your atmosphere. Your long waiting is transforming into your glory. I am expanding your capacity to receive what is coming to your home. Look at the hectic world around you. It is filled with endless noise and constant anxiety. You have been trying to hear my whisper through that thick static, but your mind was never built to survive in such an intense environment of survival. And every single morning when you wake up, the confusion is already sitting on your chest before you even open your eyes. Let me reveal a sacred truth to your spirit. When I designed the human mind at the very beginning of creation, I placed a holy frequency at its center. Wise men of science who have spent their entire lives studying the brain have finally found it. They call it the gamma wave. It ran in your mind when you were a little child without any effort or complex discipline. It is the exact reason why young children learn so quickly and laugh so purely. They trust my provision completely because they live fully in the present moment. I designed the human brain to hum at that specific frequency of divine receptivity. And when I said in my word that you must become like little children, I was not speaking only of your human spirit. I was speaking of the very signal I placed in your physical mind. The enemy knew the incredible power of this childlike frequency over your life. He used the extreme pressure of modern life to suppress your natural signal. He filled your days with heavy worries and digital noise to create an artificial interference in your head. But I am overriding his plans today. I prepared wise minds to work with sound the exact way I designed it from the beginning. They built a frequency instrument that clears the static and returns your original signal. You do not have to work hard for this breakthrough. You do not have to earn it through months of empty striving. You simply surrender for 7 minutes and allow my perfect design to restore what was taken. I am going to show you exactly where to find what they built before this message ends. Stay with me, because your restoration is happening right now. The heavy static is melting away from your thoughts. You are entering the most magnificent phase of your spiritual awakening. Your mind is becoming clear, and your soul is finding its perfect rest. Let us step forward into your true destiny. The seasons of walking through the dark wilderness are finally behind you. You are no longer a helpless victim of your past disappointments. I am changing your identity from a tired survivor into a powerful cycle breaker. Every single spiritual battle you fought was proof that your life carries an immense purpose before my throne. The enemy targeted your mind because he was terrified of your rising light. He saw that you were chosen to break the old limitations of your family line. The attacks came because you are rising to a place of holy authority. Do not call your temporary delay a failure anymore. Let me open your spiritual eyes so you can see the victory that is already won. Let me show you something magnificent. Let your mind drift past your current limitations and enter a holy space with me. Picture an evening exactly 6 months from now. The house around you is completely quiet and peaceful. You are sitting alone on your favorite chair. You are not feeling lonely or anxious at all during this quiet evening. You are actually enjoying your own company for the first time in a very long time. You think back on your day, and you realize something wonderful. You did not once measure your worth by what you produced for other people. You rested without a single ounce of guilt. You said no to toxic demands without feeling the need to apologize to anyone. There is a deep softness in your chest where there used to be a tightly clenched fist of anxiety. You are no longer performing for the validation of a cold world. You are simply at home in yourself, the exact way I always meant you to be. You look at your life, and you feel an overwhelming wave of absolute peace. That beautiful version of you is not a distant fantasy, my child. That person already exists in the realm of the spirit. They are not years away from your current reality. They are just one surrender away from the person sitting here right now. The distance between the two of you is not a matter of time or human luck. The only distance between you and that peaceful future is permission. It is the exact moment when you finally stop carrying what I never asked you to carry. It is the moment you allow my sovereign hands to hold your heavy burdens instead of trying to fix everything alone. Stop your endless striving right now. Start receiving my grace. Now picture another scene a little further ahead in your journey. Imagine a moment not long from today when someone comes to you completely broken. They are carrying the exact weight of financial despair and emotional exhaustion that you once carried alone in the dark. They look at you with tearful eyes and they ask for your help. And you know exactly what to say to comfort their spirit. You do not speak from dry book knowledge or empty theories. You speak because you lived through the fire and came out pure. The very pain you begged me to remove has become the healing medicine in your hands. You watch the brilliant light return to their tired eyes. You understand finally why your road had to be so long and narrow. Nothing was wasted in your story. Every single tear you cried became a deep well of living water that other thirsty souls will now drink from. That is not an impossible dream, my beloved child. That is your true destiny, and it is closer than you think. The only thing standing between you and that glorious calling is the heavy exhaustion still sitting on your shoulders today. And I do not ask you to carry that heavy fatigue for one more day. I have placed a divine provision on your path for this very season so that your earthly vessel can become strong. Your mind must be strong enough to hold the massive blessings I am about to pour through your life. You are a holy vessel of honor. I did not save you simply to exist in a state of survival. I called you to carry my life and my light to a dark world. The ground under your feet is shifting right now to make room for your harvest. The preparation of your mind is moving into its final alignment. The enemy is trembling because he knows his noise has lost its dominion over your thoughts. He cannot confuse your ears when you are tuned to my holy signal. You are becoming like a little child again. You are stepping into the fullness of the promises I made to my children. Let the remaining doubt melt away like snow under the warm sun. Your heart is registering the truth of this message. You can feel the physical shift happening inside your chest right now. That is not anxiety or confusion. That is the awakening of your spirit. You are crossing the sacred threshold into your new season of abundance. Breathe deeply and let your mind become perfectly still. The noise of decision is fading away into nothingness. I have shown you the true mechanical design of your mind. I have revealed the secret frequency of your divine receptivity. Now there is only one step left on this path. The move belongs to your obedience today. I have done everything to prepare this intersection for your soul. I guided the researchers to find the sound tools. I guided your hand to find this video. I cleared the atmosphere of your spirit so you could hear my whisper. The provision is ready. The harvest is waiting for your act of pure faith. Do not look back at the rooms that closed in your face. Do not let the memory of past failures paralyze your feet at the finish line. The end of this month is your divine appointment with destiny. Something unexpected is about to break through the physical walls of your current reality. Stand tall, my chosen warrior. We are standing at the very edge of the manifestation. The next moment will require your absolute trust and your trembling obedience. I am about to unlock the official path of your deliverance. Keep your eyes on my face. Listen to the final command of my voice as we step into your true provision. I have gifted humanity the wisdom to unlock my secrets. I do not work only through sudden miracles in the dark. I also work through the hands of scientists. The team of researchers spent decades in careful study, and I quietly directed their curious minds toward the mystery I placed inside human sound. They confirmed what I allowed them to find. Wise institutions like Princeton University and Columbia University confirmed my design. They studied the exact frequency of the childlike mind. They discovered that most adults have lost this sacred receptivity. The Einstein Center in Berlin confirmed that the legendary flow state of those who walk in my rhythm is driven entirely by this unique signal. I directed their curiosity toward my truth. I have already used this breakthrough to deliver many children. Over 18,000 of your brothers and sisters received this provision. I want to show you the evidence of my work. I want to show you what I did for one of my precious daughters named Rachel, who was a dedicated nurse in California seeking my peace for many years. She tried intense prayer with a sincere heart. She tried different spiritual methods to heal her mind, but nothing worked for her. 2 weeks after receiving this provision, her marriage was completely transformed. Her learning became entirely effortless, and she described her life as a beautiful fairy tale because the heavy block was finally cleared from her spiritual channel. She found her rest. And for others in the world, I moved differently because their specific pain required a very different touch from my hand. I want to speak about my son Michael from Texas. He needed sharp focus for his daily life. He wanted divine protection over his precious children. They were struggling with the heavy noise of the world, and he felt helpless as a father trying to shield them. 2 months after receiving this sound provision, his business grew rapidly. He was able to leave his secular job entirely. His wife said his mind seemed completely transformed. Hard problems that used to steal his sleep now solved themselves without effort, while he rested peacefully in the comfort of his quiet bed. He realized his brain was running on the correct signal. They call this provision the genius song. This is the frequency instrument I have guided into physical existence for the total restoration of your tired mind. It is not a generic meditation app. It is a precise audio track. It restores the gamma wave I designed for your receptivity. It clears the static completely from your thoughts, and it returns your brain to the state of a child. This unique instrument is not available on streaming platforms like YouTube or Spotify. Those public spaces are filled with cheap imitations that carry no real power. The true instrument requires only 7 minutes of your time each day. You simply put your headphones on and close your eyes while you allow the sacred frequency to wash over your mind. You do not have to work hard to experience this blessing. This provision is not for those who are merely curious. This is specifically for the one I have been speaking to throughout this entire message. This instrument was built to address the exact exhaustion you are carrying today. You are my chosen warrior, and your physical vessel needs real strength to carry the heavy spiritual weight of your glorious calling. I am reinforcing your container now. I am speaking directly to my child who has already tried everything. You tried fasting and positive thinking with no lasting results. You feel deeply embarrassed to try one more thing. But hear me clearly, because what failed you before required your own intense human effort, while this unique provision requires absolutely none of your strength. It relies entirely on my divine design. Earthly experts charge hundreds of dollars per hour for private wellness sessions. The equipment that researchers use in clinics costs thousands of dollars. But I do not call my children to expensive machines. I place this provision within your reach because I designed it specifically for the one who would receive it through a quiet message like this. You do not need a great fortune today. I ask for a small earthly exchange to prove your willingness. It is the size of a mustard seed of investment. I have prepared a massive harvest for your life. I am adding 4 additional gifts for your journey, and you will receive the Genius Child Track for the absolute focus and confidence of your little ones. These provisions will strengthen your earthly walk. You will receive the original prosperity text. I am giving you a guided visualization from a trusted voice. You will find a daily habits infographic to sustain your signal. I do not want you to wander in the dark anymore, and these extra gifts are completely included in my sovereign provision for your soul today. You will have everything you need. Where I send true healing, the adversary always places deception. There are false frequencies circulating on streaming platforms under similar names. They carry none of the restoration I designed for your brain. Protect your spirit by trusting only the official path I provide, because I do not want you to wander into unverified rooms that will steal your precious peace. The true link is safe. Walk forward without fear, because your peace is fully protected. This step of faith requires no worldly risk. If this tool does not bring the sudden shift I described, every single penny of your exchange will be returned to you without any questions. This is my steadfast promise over your act of trust. I do not lead my children into danger. Take this step of obedience right now. Embrace the sound instrument I have set before your face. Find the provision I have placed below in the pinned comment. Do not let this divine alignment pass you by because I guided you to this message and I placed the tool here for your life. Take the step immediately. Now, my child, set aside the noise of decision for a moment. I have shown you what I placed on your path. Whether you step forward now or later, you are still my beloved child. My love for your soul does not change based on a single choice, and I want you to close your eyes for a moment while you breathe deeply. I am still here with you. Let the weight fall from your shoulders right now. You have been running for so long. You have been fighting the toxic static of the world with your own empty hands. I am taking the weapons of survival away from your grip, and I am replacing them completely with my absolute peace that passes all human understanding. You do not have to fix your life today. Receive my blessing over your next steps. The end of this month is already secured by my sovereign power. The unexpected breakthrough is moving through the closed doors. I am breathing fresh life and energy into your tired bones, and you will walk into the coming days with a sharp mind and an unshakable spirit. Your victory is fully assured. Declare these words in the silence of your heart. I am a vessel fully restored to receive what my Father prepared. My channel is completely clear, and my signal is strong. I carry the frequency He placed in me from the very beginning of creation, and the heavy noise of the enemy no longer has any dominion over my thoughts. I receive everything in pure peace. If this message brought light to your weary heart, anchor your agreement right now. Like this video to seal the promise in the physical world. Share this divine utterance with 3 souls who are secretly crying out for hope. Subscribe to this holy sanctuary right now and turn on the notification bell so you do not miss my daily guidance for your next steps. Stay connected to my altar. You are my beloved child. You became like a little child to receive the promises made to children. Do not fear the timeline of the world because my clock is precise. Go forth into the week with an empowered heart and a light spirit, and remember that my protection covers your life from this moment until the end. Peace be with your soul.